Hello, how are you today? Welcome to Rising Time. I'm Charlie Fopper, consultant. Today we are talking about education, and especially today I want to talk about a very important topic. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, you haven't done that, you can subscribe by pressing on the button, just by I think your right side subscribe button. And today, as I was saying, I want us to talk about something very important. It's about discovering your purpose, discovering who you are, so that you can really become that which God has planned you to become. And why is it so important for us to discover what we have been, predestined to? Is because whatever you do in life, whatever is the job that you're doing, whatever you are doing today as a job or as an occupation, you won't be really satisfied until you can discover the purpose of God for your life, the purpose or the abilities, the skills, what God has planned. Before you were born, there was something that was planned. I want you to understand that the Bible says that before you were in your mother's womb, I knew you. That is just an indication that God had already planned you. It doesn't matter if your parents, they met together, they are romance. It means you were a planned purpose from God. You were a planned project from God. And because you are a planned project from God, there is an agenda about you already, And until you discover that agenda, you're going to just be, going area scattered, confused. You may tell me today that you have a job, you love your job. Yeah. Yes, but if you aren't in your, place of purpose, you will later discover that you are not satisfied. You might be satisfied today with money, but we are talking about excellency at Rising Time. We are talking about people that fulfill their destiny, their divine purpose. We are talking about people that live to leave a legacy. What do you want to be remembered for when you are no more? Is it because you bought cars, you bought houses? Or is it because you created a real impact in people's life? It's about impact. Life is about impacting others. Life is about bringing a positive change. Life is about doing things that will later bring people to, thank God for your life. And, when you were born, you were crying and others were laughing. And the purpose is that when we die, let other people cry when we are laughing. And for that to happen, you need to live a life of purpose, discovering what God has prepared you, predestined you to become. What are the things He has put in you? And you have to go for it. You have to discover it and you have to work for it. You have to develop it and you have to act with it. You understand? So most of people are frustrated today because they don't know their place of calling. Calling in terms of career, calling in terms of ministry, calling in terms of whatever you want to think about. You need to know, what am I called to do? So that you can live a life of purpose. What am I called? What will I plan? You are a journalist today. You are, doing makeup today. Whatever you're doing, is it God's will for your life? Do you have what it takes to be excellent at it? Do you have what it takes to be the best? You understand? At Rising Time, we are talking about living an impact. It doesn't matter what people will say about you. It doesn't matter what they complain or whatever. But one thing we have understood is that when you are doing what you were called to do, you do it with ease. You understand? You do it with a lot of facilities. You do it with a lot of joy. And that's what we're talking about. Living a life where you feel, man, I'm doing something for my life. I am living a life worthy of living because I am impacting others. You understand? So my objective this evening is just to encourage you. You understand? Yeah, you have to encourage you to pick up your life. To understand that it's not awful. It doesn't matter. Maybe you will come from a poor background family. You will come from a rejected family. Maybe nobody in your family has ever had an achievement. But we are trying to tell you today that doesn't matter, because God gifted you with talents and abilities. It doesn't matter because God knew why He brought you to that family. You came to that family because God had a plan for that family. You are a solution to a problem. You understand? So you got to understand and stand with your life. Stop crying, stop mourning, stop complaining about your country, about the system, about the political system, or whatever you are complaining about. Yes, and do something. You understand? Yeah, do something. And it starts within you. It starts within what God has given you. You start building it up. You start growing it up. And as you grow it, you begin to impact your environment. If you want to change a nation, start with changing yourself first. Start with changing yourself. When you change yourself, you change your environment. When you change your environment, you change it at a large scale. You understand? So this evening, my purpose is just to encourage you that it's possible to make it. You don't have to be discouraged about anything happening. You don't have to feel like, man, it's over. I got no hope in my life. Maybe you've tried this and that. Try something that's worth doing and try what God has called you to be. If you don't know what God has called you to be, that's the first stage. Go to God and say, Father, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I called to do? What is the reason why you brought me here? And He will definitely reveal it to you. And once you know that, go for it. Build yourself up. Read new books. I mean, go online. Today you can learn from all platforms online. Learn. Make something good out of your life. You understand? So as you do that, and as you begin to act on that, you begin to realize that it doesn't matter about your master degree, your PhD degree, your bachelor, or whatever. It's fine to have it. We have some, but that is not the key to success. That is not the essence of success. That guy who don't have it, they're successful, and that guy who have it, that's successful, and that guy who don't have it, they're successful. So it does. At last, it's not about what you have so much as degree. It's about discovering who you are really and moving with that personality and taking some challenges. And as you do that, God is going to really open doors for you. And we have just entered the new month of March, and I want to wish you a very splendid month of March. And I really pray that you're going to understand what we are talking about tonight. And you may be in a career that you don't like and you don't see it for your life. Then don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to start afresh. And definitely when you get to where God has called you to be and placed you where you are supposed to be, you're going to experience, success. You're going to experience increase in every area of your life. You understand? So that's what we're trying to change this evening, that we need to move forward with our lives, and we need to understand that it doesn't matter where we are stuck, you can succeed. I want to encourage you this evening to trust on God, trust on yourself, trust on your capacities, build yourself up and rely on God, and definitely it's going to make a way for you. Don't give up. Don't be afraid to go back to that career you love so much. Maybe you did this career because of your parents. Today you can make a stand and go for what you like, go for what you love, go for your passion, live your life in such a way that when you go, people will cry while you are smiling because you fulfill your purpose. You met the purpose for which you came on earth. God bless you so much, and I want to encourage you, don't give up on God. He will never give up on you. Take care of yourself, and we talk later.